I'm not capping when I said I'm done. But up like here. You want to go away with my car? I will show you a very good lesson. Me, you can never I swear. For this leg away with him, I'm both. Yeah, mo sọ fún ìyá ẹsìn, màá ṣe é léṣe o. Màá ṣe ìyá ẹlẹ́ṣẹ̀, mo sọ fún ẹ o. Tí ìlà pé mo sọ orí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe mọ́tò ẹ. Mo sọ fún ẹ o. Mo sọ fún ẹ o. Mo sọ fún ẹ. Ẹ wo aṣọ tó mú àlè yíyá. Ẹ wo aṣọ tó mú àlè yíyá. Ẹ wo aṣọ tó mú àlè yíyá. Sunwó ná leléyìí o. Sunwó ná gidi.
I saw this video and my heart bled, not just for the unborn child, but the trauma this woman must have been going through. My heart just bled by the inhumane treatment someone get from someone who claims they love them. Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and today, my manners. If you're joining me for the first time, you're very much welcome, and if you are returning, thanks so much. I'll brief you about my channel because I mainly focus on women, what we go through. I talk about sometimes my experience. I use celebrities topic as a teachable moment in order for us to also draw lessons from and also guide us in our life. So without further ado, I'll go into my topic, and hopefully you have an impactful moment, and hopes it helps you in your decision making from now onwards, and also draw a teachable moment from it. Okay, so I saw this video about this guy who was, Lamide Bolanle pepper them, pepper them, Bolanle pepper them, that song. The vixen in the video. So, apparently we have seen, sometimes art imitates reality. So I feel like this is happening right now. So, what even kind of got me, and I'm sorry, this might trigger a lot of women, okay? This might trigger a lot of people, so please bear with me, okay? My intention is not to trigger. Even if it triggers you, to trigger you to action, okay? To action, to awareness, and to take decisions. Informed decisions. Sorry. So, I saw this and people are saying, this guy disgraced his wife. No, first of all, I need to understand this because a lot of men don't have shame, especially in Nigeria. They weren't taught to have shame. They were taught that the world is their footstep and they can release their seed anywhere and be stupid. What I don't understand is the audacity of the guy calling his wife a baby mama and trying to insult her, using her past stories in her life to hurt her. Okay, her experience, and I'm sure she trusted him with some information and he used it against her. And I understand that a lot of women hate games. I didn't like games, but I had to wake up to it because I realized I was lied to. Okay, a lot of lies were lied to me by both my parents, badly by ignorance, my pastors, the society, and all. We were lied to. We thought it was all about love and everything until we woke up to the truth that it's not. And I'm not angry with it. If there's anything, I'm grateful. Sometimes I think about the times when my kindness have been taken for granted, and I thank the people in my life who did it because I wouldn't have woken up to things. You need to understand, I'm a Cancer, okay? I love, okay? I wear my heart on the sleeve, okay? No matter how corny I might be, I wear my heart on my sleeve, right? So, but I'm grateful for all this experience because I wouldn't have woken up spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. I wouldn't have woken up to realize that a lot of things are rigged, a lot of things were lies, propaganda, just for someone to trample on me, to make me an easy target. And once I realized this, it was as if this veil was shifted and I could see things clearly. I can sniff a guy's stupidity from a mile away, no matter how he pretends, no matter how he dresses well. You just have to give the person 5 minutes. 5 minutes and the nonsense within them will start coming out. Will I argue with you? No, I wouldn't. I would just walk away or just listen to the nonsense you have to say. Okay? It's not just to men, to women too. Like, I do this to both men and women. Like, I put a sieve, a filter pour them inside and you see the things that come out. I'm like, oh, guy. Now who's fooling who? That's how you play this game. But I know a lot of women don't like it, but if you don't like it, you'll be played. Simple. So you either come on board or you jump off the show. Either ways, life continues. And this is the brutal truth of life that you might not get anywhere. Alright? So a lot of women are saying that this guy is disgracing this woman, but I feel like this man is disgracing himself, disgracing other men, and showing how ill-mannered a lot of men are. Because for him to have such confidence, and this is the thing, for him to have such confidence to come spill this nonsense on social media, it's clear that this guy is abusive, not just verbally and emotionally, but physically abusive. But the reason why he restrained himself to an extent is because him himself was recording this. And you need to understand how damaged this guy must be, the psyche must be, for him to feel like bringing such hurt, inhumane hurt to his wife would kind of place him in a pedestal or make him feel more manly. And this is how you know how broken a lot of men are, especially in African country, blacks in diaspora, that they are really broken, damaged, clueless, and delusional. And this is not by accident. This is a collective, because even in church, because once in a while I frequent church, okay, even in church, you hear this man talking, even the guy that has a post, you hear them talking, you see that these guys are empty. And these guys are so entitled. That's why they have nothing to bring to the table. Now, look at his words. You a baby mama. You will suffer what your mother suffered. That's why your father left her and took off like the baby he is. And you want to repeat same circle. Have you noticed these men are no longer subtle? It's in your face. The disrespect is in your face. They let you know you ain't shit and they treat you like you ain't shit. They are not subtle. So it's easy for you to notice the disdain in them and act accordingly. I don't know, a lot of, and I understand nowadays a lot of things that I used to let slide, but it's so irritating that nowadays, even if my daddy says it, I'm coming for him. Like, are you kidding me? So you left a woman, your wife who is 5 months pregnant. You left her, you're chasing her away, disgracing the mother of your child, because if you probably have a lot of work, can you see Obi Kubana doing this kind of nonsense? No, because he has legacy. He can't. He has things to protect. And that's why women need to go for men who has a lot to lose. The problem with women is we date men who has nothing to offer and nothing to lose. You cling to potential, not necessary results. And you have to understand, you need to be blind to think that only one person has potential. Because we are all born with potential. Potential of good, potential of bad. So deal with what someone is presenting to you, especially when you are old. Especially when you see the guy is above 20 and still acting like a child who is clueless. That's who the person is. Leave him there, like leave him walk away. Be the bad bitch you are. You don't need to explain yourself. I block without even explaining myself. I move along. But if you're not built like that, it's okay. Still block or avoid the person entirely. But you don't have time to care what they think. The men I fear most are poor men and men who are bitter. Those are the men because if a rich man hurts you, you can exploit that situation. You can get something from it. If a man who has integrity, if a man who has things to protect does anything to you, you know you have things to get from it. But if a poor man and an angry man and a delusional man hurts you and comes to the table, they do it like they have nothing to lose. They do it all bitterness, and because misery likes company, sometimes they attract women who want to be fixers, women who want to be builders. They attract women like this. And that's why most of the times you realize that gold diggers and bad girls are the ones who really win, because really they can't spend the time entertaining any BS. If there's anything, try. They walk away once they notice anything, but they can't even keep them. Okay, you guys really need to understand how damaged this guy must be. He didn't care about his son. He didn't care about his reputation. Well, maybe they have been getting away with such reputation, so he's trying to do it so they can say, "Hey, man." But I think he forget that the times have changed. But he will learn. He might come out crying, trying to apologize and take the words back like we didn't see what happened. So, women, this is a lesson, okay? Don't date men who has nothing to offer, who has nothing to lose, because you will pay for this. These men are the most malicious. These men are the most delusional. These men are the most damaged men on earth, because deep down they know they are inferior. Deep down they know they have nothing to offer, and deep down they resent you for even being with them, because they know they have nothing to offer you. And in order for them to, massage their ego, in order for them to feel a little bit adequate, they kind of toy with you to give them some sort of validation. They toy with you to give them some sort of validation. And once they get that, all they do is just, it's a stupid highness they get from it. And the best bet for you as a woman, you can't pray for them, you can't pray out those nonsense, because they are well aware of what they're doing. Men are not that stupid, they're not that clueless. They are well aware you are their target, you are specifically their target. That was why they chose you, because they know you're an empath. You are their target. And they probably know that you're dealing with a lot of insecurity, and you need to be careful how you release um um your past to a guy you just met. I know he's your husband. Say, a lot of times men claim they can handle things. Men really cannot handle things. Men can't. And I'm telling you, you tell them the truth, they use it against you, or they get depressed by it, especially the ones that cared about you. They couldn't handle it. Maybe they saw you as this saint and you told them about your past, how you evolved. A lot of them cannot handle it. So a lot of times you give them what they need to hear. You might say it's not fair. Well, do what you want to do, and maybe you will learn from that. But you need to be careful how you share your experience with people, not just men in general. People, you need to be careful, because a lot of information people can't handle it. Even the truth, a lot of people can't handle the truth. That's why we live in denial. We expect God to solve some things for us, even though all it requires is for you to face the truth and accept it. But we all a lot of us live in denial. So be careful what you share to people, because people might use it against you. Will use your vulnerability against you. That's the sad truth. That's sad, but it happens. Okay? So I will end with saying this. Women, this is why we need to do better. If you notice, it's generational curse. No, I didn't say someone went to go and curse them, or I mean they partook in it. And all these things is based on what she learned from her mom. Like I said, most of our moms were pick me. A lot of them were. And that's why you still feel guilty when you decide not to settle for a man with potential and with a lot of questionable characters, and your pastor wife or the pastor in your church try to make you feel guilty. They don't know they are causing themselves, and now they are living in misery, and now they want you to join them in their cohort. And is in your power to decide what you want for yourself. Either you walk away, or if you like the pain, you stay. And now this is not a sweet pain, this is a destructive pain, because your children, your daughter might be with someone worse who will kill her. So she might look at this as a disadvantage, but this might be the best thing happening to her, leaving this man, because I feel like the child is better off alone than being with this man. This guy is clearly a deadbeat. Generational curse. Okay. But I'm glad this played out. I'm glad that these men are not that subtle. I'm cringing watching this video now. But I'm glad this happened outside, so women can take an informed action. We've coddled these boys a lot. They were never raised. A lot of them don't have home training. A lot. So with this thing playing, a lot of these things have been happening. Even you hear them from your pastors, you hear them from your media personnel, you hear them for calls, you hear them, like, you see these things. That's why I empathize with all those women, because I was once there. A lot of all these things we are programming, and it's going to take time for us to get there. Well, will we surely get there? Because you're teaching, you learn from your mom, because we learn faster from our mom, you learn from the society. So we have to stop it with us, so we can pass it, so I won't pass it to the next generation, because these boys are becoming less than animals. Even animals are evolving. Lions nowadays are tending and nurturing other animals that are supposed to be their prey. So who are the ones devolving? The black man. You shouldn't be cuddling this man. You're worsening their age, because as the years goes back, we degenerate mentally, because you're not evolving, you're not taxing yourself, you're not demanding much for them. Learn how to vet men for the riflemen, and never ignore the red flag, because I'm sure that she saw some of this red flag when they were caught. This guy is not, he's a tout, he's clearly a tout. So he's not that subtle, so there must have definitely been a red flag somewhere. But he probably wanted her for the prize, because she's a vixen, because he said something that he did it for clout, right? So he probably did that for clout. And you need to vet men. You can't be with a tout. Just because a guy is a Yahoo guy, is earning small money, does not mean. See, there are levels to this world. I know I talk about money, that there are levels to this. I think I should talk about them one of those days, but I have to sit down and it have to be a lecture. There are levels to these things. So vet men. If he's not in your culture, go to another tribe. If he's not in your tribe, you can. If he's not in your country, you can change another country. But pick the rightful man for the job. These weaklings are irritating, weak, misogynistic, delusional, and have a high mental problem. So it's better to save yourself, your children, and live a blissful life. But you have to do the work on your own. No one will save you. I mean, your family might even be weak enough to even save you. I want this video to be short, because I've basically said a lot of things about this thing. So in order for you to get more information, go to my previous videos and you get full detail what my channel is all about. Hit the subscribe button, share, and have a lovely day. Bye.